I spent like 25 minutes making this whole video right now. Went on a total tangent, wasted a bunch of time, blah blah blah, then went to check it, realized it was entirely too far away from the camera. So, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna remake it right now, super quick, like 5 minutes. Okay. So this is my 6-month update. My 5-month one is on the way. It's gonna be up right before this. I actually promise I will upload these videos this time. Well, you're gonna be seeing that one before this one, so I guess this doesn't matter. I'll cut this out. Okay, so first things first. I think the most significant thing between last month and this month is facial hair. And as you can see, it is pretty much not on my face right now. Because I'm still shaving very frequently because of my job, and the facial hair and like that. And because it helps my acne, like I explained before. This side still grows way faster than this side. I don't know if you can see, but I have like a lot more like coarse hairs in here that have grown back and stuff like that than I do over here. And even here, like this corner grows more slowly than this corner. I don't know, my right side just explodes more. I just feel like I have a lot more hair now. It's like there's a lot more that comes off every time that I do shave. I'm still shaving every other day. I don't think I've shaved my lip in like 4 days though. And my sideburns I haven't shaved for like 3 days. And yeah, I think my girlfriend's in out of like she's in Europe on a trip right now, and her trip is 2 weeks. So I think I'm gonna not shave my lip until she comes back to see how much I can grow. But I've shaved everything else just because I have to. Yeah, I feel like I could though. I feel like I could grow like a very like short, weird looking mustache and like a really weird looking few scraggly hairs on my chin. So I'm just gonna shave everything else and do that. But I've noticed that I have stubble. Like before, I only had it right here and like 2 hairs down here. And I've noticed that it kind of connects all the way down more. And then there's some like starting to occur in here. So I feel like I eventually will be able to get the whole enchilada in terms of beardness. That's a word. Okay, so acne is still a thing. It's getting a lot better on my back and my chest, and those scars are fading because I exfoliate a lot, and those are all good things. I exfoliate and stuff on my face too. It's just a lot. I guess my face is just greasier, and I sweat there more. Just at work, I'm always sweating because it's always hot. I'm always sweating in my car because it's hot. It's like 90 degrees, or 80, 90, 100 degrees, depending on the day, all the time here right now. So I'm sweating all the time, so I'm just gross, and that's why I just have acne all over the place. But yeah, and I'm looking down again like my other video because I again have a list on my phone of things to talk about. So yeah, so my acne is still happening, but it's slowly getting better, and you know, you're in your teen years, you're gonna get acne. It happens to everyone. So dysphoria, still kind of bad. It's still pretty much in the same place. I still feel like the worst when I wake up in the morning, and I feel like it's because of the summer heat. I sleep pretty much. I just sleep shirtless with like shorts on or boxers or something. And I don't know if I explained in my last video or not, but I guess just when I'm dreaming, my body looks in my dreams as I feel it should. So like everything's flat and everything, and it's everything goes well there. Then, and my dreams are usually really they're very realistic, even though things that wouldn't normally, like, I don't know, my dreams are very vivid, is probably a better way to say it. They're pretty vivid, and they are fairly realistic, even though sometimes, fantastic types of things still happen, that type of thing. So when I wake up from like an extremely realistic dream, I'm expecting things to, be the same way. It's like that kind of becomes the reality, and then when reality hits, it just is like, oh my god, that's still there. This is not so cool. And so that's the worst point of my dysphoria throughout the day usually. I have noticed that being misgendered and being referred to using my birth name makes me more dysphoric than it used to. I think just because I'm not used to that happening as much anymore, because I pass a good 80% of the time now, 80 to 90% of the time, and no one uses my birth name except for my family, really. facial hair is definitely not where I want it to end up, but I feel pretty good about it because I know that eventually it'll get there, and I'm doing something about that by being on testosterone with my chest. Like I work on my chest pretty extensively and stuff like that. Being into powerlifting, I work on my like major movements, so I work on my bench press. I bench press a lot, so I work my chest quite often. But it's not like that's just different than being on testosterone for facial hair. Like being on testosterone is going to make my facial hair grow, but working out on my chest is not going to make me feel comfortable being shirtless on the beach. So um, I'm definitely looking into options for top surgery and looking into surgeons and my insurance and things like that. Fingers crossed, my insurance will cover most of it, and I'll be able to do it towards the end of this year. Otherwise, it's going to happen around early December of next year probably. Okay. Something that has helped with my dysphoria a little bit though, especially at work, is I got a new packer. I was using a Peacock and it was way too long, and so it was always everywhere. It was really hard to pack with. It was hard to keep in underwear and stuff like that. It was just annoying. And the STP was kind of hit and miss. It was like to the point where I wasn't confident enough with it to use it in public, even though I had had it for over a year. And I just didn't want to, you don't want to have an accident at work, because then what am I going to do? So I got the number one laboratories Model D, and it's pretty amazing. The harness is non-invasive. I actually did a text review on Tumblr, so I'll put my Tumblr link in the description. You can go check it out, and when I do wake up in the morning and things suck with dysphoria, I can go to the bathroom and stand up and pee, and it makes me feel a lot better. And the way it's situated and everything, it looks pretty natural from you looking down at it that way, which is cool. Yeah. Okay, and then finally school. It is, I don't know if I said the date in the beginning of the video, but it is July 26th pretty much. It's like 2 a.m. on the 26th of July. I was 6 months, not Wednesday that just passed, but the Wednesday before. So being that it's the middle of July, I have a little less than a month left before I have to go back to school. I have my housing situation pretty much situated. I was trying to get a single room, in a dorm that had mixed floors, so you can have girls in this room, guys in this room, girls over here, or whatever. We don't have gender inclusive housing, which means that if I do have a roommate, my roommate has to have the same gender marker as me. So that would have been the closest thing to living among males on a male floor that I would have been comfortable with. I still feel like at this point in my transition, I'm going to stand out too much on a male floor, and that can become, a dangerous situation for me. But I also feel like I'm at the point where it's dangerous for me to be on a female floor as well. Considering it's necessary for me to shave my face now, so I feel like female floor is probably not the best option. So what I ended up having to do, because my university does not have accommodations for their LGBTQ students in housing at all, is I'm gonna most likely be living in a building where I'll be on an all-female floor, which I'm extremely uncomfortable with, which was horrible for my dysphoria last year. I've explained this to the housing department. They basically told me that I shouldn't be worried. They basically think the university is pretty open-minded in that department. I have to disagree, and yeah, but we'll see what happens. I think that it's a good opportunity for me to um, be more okay with being open about being trans and that part of my identity, rather than feeling like I need to be stealth in certain situations. Um, I feel like if I become more confident in that, I will feel safer in situations that would have otherwise been dangerous, even though it's not necessarily mitigating the danger of that situation, if that makes any sense. Yeah, so I don't know, hopefully that works out. I'm looking forward to back into my studies and everything, and getting back to DC so I can start, doing some um, more work within the LGBTQ community and stuff like that out there, because I really enjoy that. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. This is me 6 months on T. I gotta make another, gym update video, and I'll probably do like a physique update or something like that. But yeah, so thanks for watching. Thanks for waiting for me to update for forever if you're still here. Thanks for coming if you're new, and I'll see you in the next video.